Okay, so in this question you need to know the range of the function. So you start with sine of x. You know it's between -1 and 1, so that's the range of values for sine of x. And as you cube this expression, you do not change the range because -1 to the third power is the same and 1 to the third power is the same, so you eventually get -1 less than sine cubed of x less than or equal to 1. So you can say the range is equal to the set or the interval from -1 to 1, or you just write y between 1 and -1. Okay, this is the first. Now in the second, consider a function to be equal to 1 and x is between 0 and 2 pi. So write down the number of solutions to this equation. So what happens here? You know that the graph of a sine function, you start with this. It starts the sine function starts at 0, goes up and down and again to 0. This is in a full cycle. Let's say here 2 pi, right? So if for the function to be equal to 1, you have to have this point here. So at this point here, for x equal to pi over 2, you have sine pi over 2 equal to 1. So accordingly, sine of pi over 2 raised to the third power will also be equal to 1. Okay, that's basically how you do this. And the question is the number of solutions. So what's the number of solutions? So you've got one solution, right? One solution. If you want to graph the exact value of the sine to raised to the third power, you would have something more smooth, this much and this much. This would be the cube of the sine function. So even so anyway, you have that pi over 2 the solution. So just one solution.